That's what they do.
I can't with these jokes.
You can. Right. Shazam!
You're doing it again.
Shazam!
Oh.
Cat's gone down. We just saw Shazam. We just got out. Zachary Levi as Shazam. What do we think?
I loved it. I loved it. I love this film so much. I thought it was such a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
Fun, everything you want a superhero film to be. I thought this had it all.
This film was just pure superhero wish fulfillment, I think.
Yeah.
I think there's obviously been a lot of kind of more grim, slightly grittier superhero films, and I saw a meme recently that had a poster of Endgame and it had a poster of Shazam, and it said 2019, the year that Marvel made a DC movie and DC made a Marvel movie, and I think that's kind of fair actually in sort of recent memory, because obviously Marvel have been doing the slightly lighter films until the more recent Avengers films, and DC were kind of getting a bit of a name for making the more grittier stuff, and I think the time that they do that well is obviously with the Batman films, but apart from that they should stick to the lighter tone like in Shazam. Well, there's Shazam! No, it doesn't work.
You done or?
Yeah, I'm done.
I mean...
Very good movie. Zachary Levi was terrific as Shazam. DC are on a bit of a roll at the moment after Aquaman and now Shazam. Obviously Wonder Woman a couple of years ago as well. They had the disaster that was Justice League in between. But I think they're on the right lines now. They're making these films now just about one hero. They're not trying to copy Marvel and do the team ups. It doesn't work for them at the minute, the way that they were trying to do it. And I think it's nice just to have the little nods to other heroes, like they have done in Shazam. I don't even remember in Aquaman a mention of one of the other sort of Justice League, but I think they're on the right lines now. It's good to see. I'm excited for DC again, for the first time for a while. Right, Zachary Levi was awesome. Thought Asher Angel was good as young Billy, and Jack Dylan Grazer was also awesome as his friend Freddie, or foster brother. So I thought they were all great. The foster family stuff was very moving,
very touching. It was so lovely. The foster parents of all those kids, I think there was 6 of them all together.
Yeah.
Seemed like such lovely people, and the house seemed so warm and welcoming, and finally you thought, oh, this is a great place for Billy to settle, and obviously his mother situation comes into it, and we find out that she didn't really want him, which was really sad.
Yeah.
But he realises where his true family are, even though they're not blood. Doesn't always have to be blood family.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, so...
Do you remember the little slogan on the back of their car when they went out to find Billy?
I'm a foster mum, what's your superpower?
Yeah, I like that.
Very good.
Great message.
It was really warm the whole way through, I thought. The only criticism I would probably have with it, even though I thought it was a fantastic movie from start to finish, I absolutely loved it. I just thought that Asher Angel's Billy to Zachary Levi's Billy, their personalities weren't totally in sync. Like, I thought that the younger Billy, his character was quite serious and somber and a bit of a, didn't really care kind of attitude. And then when he became Shazam, I found that he was very silly and very, oh my God, like...
More childlike.
More childlike than 14-year-old Billy. That's my only criticism, apart from the random caterpillar at the end. Like.
Yeah, turned out the caterpillar was behind the whole thing.
I mean, world evil caterpillars now.
Mr. Mind is his name, though he is actually DC canon. But I would agree with you. I would agree with your point there. I don't know whether that was done on purpose or not. Really, I wouldn't have too many criticisms. I think the film wasn't shot on a huge budget, so some of the CGI wasn't otherworldly, but it didn't really distract from what was essentially a smaller, more intimate superhero movie.
I'll tell you what was distracting. His cape. What was that?
It's quite elaborate.
What was that? Okay, he doesn't need the cape. The cape can go. The cape can go in Shazam 2. I'm happy for that.
It's very comic accurate, but it's probably not one that are going to be rocking at Comic-Con.
I mean, you put the Superman outfit next to the Shazam outfit. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but then you put the Batman outfit next to the Superman outfit.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
There were some great little nods to other DC superheroes, but one of the nice things about this is it's just completely its own thing. Aquaman was its own thing, Wonder Woman was its own thing, and really they're the three movies in the DCEU that have stood out and done well, I think.
In the last 10 years.
In the last 10 years, Man of Steel to a certain extent as well, but I think those three in recent memory, they're not trying to live in any other film's shadows, and they're not trying to be part of. They're not trying to do any greater world building like Marvel have done so fantastically. DC stick to doing the solo movies; they work so well, and let Marvel do the team ups. I think it's literally that simple.
It was a really original movie. I thought that they hadn't tapped into the comedy side of things as well as they had with Shazam. Aquaman was funny in points,
and
but
bonkers.
But this was funny the whole way through.
Yeah.
Especially when they're in the air and him and Mark Strong, the villain, are having a conversation.
Amazing.
Well, Mark Strong's threatening him about a mile away, and he can't hear him because he's only got super hearing.
Like, dude, you could be saying any kind of super villainous thing with literally a mile away. Yeah, that we really belly laughed at that bit.
Yeah, we did.
It went on for a bit as well, Family Guy style. That was very good.
They also had a lot of nods to other superheroes, which I liked. There was a lot of Batman and Superman references.
Yeah, get him, Batman! Just for a Batman doll. That's enough. That's enough Batman in that film for me.
And you did have Superman come in at the very end.
But no Cavill.
Well, you just saw down, which is fine. I can deal because I love the suit.
Yeah, it's probably during contract negotiations.
I really loved the bit at the fairground when they all transformed all the kids into superheroes, especially Freddie, bless him, and he could fly, and he'd said earlier on in the film that if he could have any superpower, he would love to be able to fly because he's got his little walking stick. He was adorable. He was fantastic.
he was great in it. Nice to see Seth from the OC as well, who was obviously a big superhero fan.
He was.
In the OC, yeah, no. I did really like that scene, but I wouldn't want to see too much of that. Because I think one problem I've got in some superhero films or superhero shows is when you've suddenly got an ensemble that all have similar or the same abilities as the main hero, it takes away from it a little bit.
Yeah, but I think that they all had one power each from what Shazam actually had.
That's fine.
Quite interesting.
That's fine. And if it only gets called upon when absolutely necessary, I don't want them all flying about like that in Shazam 2.
What did we think of the opening of the film? You know, it was quite dark, wasn't it? It was quite scary. The 7 deadly sins, which were CGI monsters.
Yeah.
Not the best CGI I've ever seen, but enjoyable.
That's just because it's a lower budget, more intimate movie. But yeah, no, it was a dark beginning. I had a feeling that kid with that dark backstory was going to end up being the villain.
Yeah.
It was nice to see Lionel Luthor from Smallville as the dad. The dad and the brother were awful to him. They didn't quite deserve what happened.
No, there was some really gory bits. I was quite surprised considering it was a 12, but hey ho, there we go.
Yeah, with the 7 deadly sins. Interesting way to bring him to life, I thought. Shazam was what? It doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work.
It was essentially billed as Big meets Superman, and I think it was.
Yeah, definitely.
It really did live up to that promise, even to the point where he was dancing on a piano in the toy store, like in Big. So yeah, that was cool. It was kind of like an old school Christopher Reeve Superman meets Big. Well, lovely, lots of heart.
One way I think that you know you've really enjoyed a film is when you cannot wait to see the second film, and I'm really excited to see what they do with the next one.
Yeah.
Where are they going to go from there? Are they going to bring in the other foster kids as superheroes? Are they going to bring in Superman for real as a full-on cameo?
With no head.
Oh, with a head,
right.
preferably.
Yeah.
Where else will his powers take him? What else can he learn? Will there be a love interest? Don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it will be interesting to see. But to be honest, I'm quite happy just to see Shazam on his own. Certainly, obviously, with his mates who can occasionally harness that power. But I don't even need to see any of the other Justice League. It's a fun movie. It's like Deadpool. I don't need to see Deadpool with the Avengers. It's great to see them on their own. It just works like that. If it's a solo film that works on its own, I think keep it that way as much as possible and don't try to cram everyone together with no context. Justice League. Right, Shazam. Out of 5, Leah?
5. Clear 5. Loved it, enjoyed it. It was fun. It was better than I thought it was going to be, which is rare these days. It was everything that I'd hoped that a superhero movie would be. Fun, didn't take itself too seriously. There was a really good villain in it, and I liked him. I thought he was refreshing.
I'm going to go a little bit lower. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. I thought it was perfect little breath of fresh air to the superhero genre. Like you said, Leah, I thought it was an awful lot of fun, and I thought Zachary Levi and Jack Dylan Grazer in particular were both absolutely outstanding. And I looked forward to more Shazam adventures as well. Good stuff. DC are back.
And it's definitely going to be all around the holidays, because that was just at Christmas.
Oh yeah, pure Christmas.
So every Christmas, watch out for this movie.
Yeah, that'll be a nice Christmas film. Yeah.
Okay guys, well, if you want to see more from us, click subscribe.
Yeah, comment below, let us know what you thought of Shazam! And... hates me. Yeah, let us know what you thought of it. Did you like seeing DC doing a lighter film? Do you prefer it when they do the more gritty films? Let us know what you think. Sound off in the comments below. Thank you for watching.